Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you and welcome to Bala Town's brand new state-of-the-art data analysis facility, the Ep6 Centre. Now, as you can see, we've had to leave the old rusty shed behind. We miss it dearly, and we are currently taking suggestions on what we can do to repurpose it. Seriously, any suggestions in the comments? But I think we just needed a little bit more room than that shed offered, and I think we can also all agree that we've taken a massive, massive step up here. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to Season 7, Episode 6 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. Today, a small change into what was scheduled. We're going to be playing the IRN-BRU Cup 4th round tie against Dundee, and then we're going to be playing Champions League football against Lazio. Hopefully, we can nick another point off of them like we did against Ajax last episode. But the big news here is that we have a state-of-the-art facility. Our data analysis facilities have now been upgraded. And you can see right there, state-of-the-art at Bala Town. Amazing stuff. Of course, training facilities, both youth and senior. I think they're about a month or so away. When are they due to be finished here? Here they are here. So the 7th of December. So we're about a month and a half away from that. So we'll know exactly where we stand on those shortly. It's not going to be state-of-the-art, but hopefully it'll be good to great. But we'll see how we go with that one. A couple of things to catch up on since last episode, and some of it is bad news, unfortunately, in that Sam York has picked up an injury. A twisted ankle. He's about a week to 3 weeks away, so probably 2 weeks if we look at it sort of realistically, but that of course means he is out of this episode, which is a big disappointment because he's a really important player for us. Now we do have 3 games to catch you up on since last episode, starting with a match against the Kefin Druids. We took the lead when Ewan Dixon pounced on a loose ball. Dixon then turned provider to slip Allmark in behind the defence, before getting his second moments later to make it 3-0. And Rhys Williams got a 4th in first half stoppage time. Callum Connolly got a 5th after the break, before Kefin Druids pulled one back. And an own goal rounded off our scoring. This was, of course, in the league, and a massive, massive win away from home. Dixon with a double, Allmark, Rhys Williams, Connolly, and then the own goal to top things off. We were really, particularly in the first half, we were really, really good in this one. Second half, we fell off a little bit, as tends to happen. They did get a goal back, which is frustrating. But yeah, ultimately, job done, really good performance. Next up, we played Carmarthen Town. We got an early goal when Michael Stewart redirected Mullenstein's shot, before KDH doubled our advantage. Gavin Grant smashed in a 3rd, and Allmark added a late penalty. So there we go, again away from home, and again a really, really good performance. Stewart, KDH, Gavin Grant, and Allmark with the penalty right at the end there. You can see we dominated the game. There's not much to say. We deserved to win, and we did win. McGonigal is maybe worth a quick mention. It's continuing to impress in that midfield role. The final game to catch you up on, another game in the league, this time against Barrytown. Allmark headed us into an early lead, and he then turned provider as he slipped in Guto Kingsey. KDH got a 3rd just after half-time, before getting his 2nd late on. And possibly the most dominant performance of the 3, with 4-0, you can see they didn't register a shot on target. There was Allmark, Guto Kingsey, and then KDH with a double. And just really, really good performances. There's nothing else to say. We have a quick look at what all this means for the league table, and we can see that we're a point behind the New Saints with 2 games in hand. It's all looking relatively comfortable right now. There's our first game today against Dundee in the IRN-BRU Cup, and we of course sit bottom of the table right now in the Champions League group, but if we can get something off Lazio, just keep touch. You are assuming that Real Madrid is going to beat Ajax, and if we can just stay in touch with them, you never know what could happen there. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what we're doing here against Dundee, and you can see we are at home, we are the favourites. This is a tough one for us though, because I'm obviously favouring in team selection, the game coming up against Lazio. So have a quick look at our team selection here. We're up against Darren Robinson as their manager. Looks decent, the man management and motivating. So that could be difficult for us. A standard balanced playing style. And we are expecting somewhat of a Rusco bus park against us here. They tend to come down the middle when they're attacking. You can see they're sitting fourth. Maybe you can't see, but fourth in the Scottish Championship right now. So they're a good to decent championship team in Scotland. You can see their passing network and their key passes as well. And this is a team that we're sending out. As I said, we are definitely favouring the Champions League, so it's not the strongest team we have. But Jaycock goes in goal. It's Topley, Reece-Williams and KDH as the back three. Jenkins goes down the right for this one. Not the most convincing attacking player, but Grant's got a bit of an injury, and we obviously want to save Sears for the Champions League. Mullenstein goes down the left. It's Owen and McGonigal in midfield. McVeigh, who has now, since last episode, become a Northern Irish international, so well done to him. He's got his 2 caps, which is great to see. He goes in number 10 role with Stewart, who is also a Northern Ireland international, and Damien Allmark up top. Let's see if we can get into the next round. And here we go. Everybody's lining up as expected. Always a bonus. And Jose Gomez says pick up where they left off. We have been playing quite well. All right, so let's just go with that then. Some calm, we have faith, and hope that we get a good performance here. And here we go. Of course, the IRN-BRU is, I guess, a cup we seem to have a real block on. We've only won it the one time, which I think is a little bit disappointing. We've lost in at least one final that I can remember against Falkirk. But, yeah, this is not ideal because we can't, well, we could, but we don't really have the ability to go full strength with the European game coming up so soon after it. So it's not, as I said, not the strongest team. It'll be a good test to see the likes of McGonigal, Owen, some of the other youngsters, how they go when they play against a better team than I would imagine that we face typically in the Welsh League. I mean, not much to see so far, is there really? Do we want to change anything? I do think we need to hit early crosses. What if we lower that tempo ever so slightly? I mean, they've come to park the bus, and you've got to say, from their point of view, so far so good. Let's say we're not happy with that. I wonder if we look to exploit the middle, perhaps. That's where we have McVeigh, who's our main sort of creative player. Then look for the overlaps, and when we do get the overlaps, hit the early cross. That might make a little bit of sense. I'm also wondering if Stewart as a poacher, it's maybe not a game for a poacher. It certainly has that feel about it. I'm wondering if we get a deep lying forward there in the case of Owen Casey, maybe. Long kick up from the goal kick there. Mullenstein knocks it down perfectly for the Burnley player, for the Dundee player. Now we find ourselves maybe in a little bit of pressure here. McGonigal makes him go back. Can we get a foot in here somewhere and win possession back? Not so far. Ball over the top, picked up by Jenkins. Back for KDH for Owen. Owen knocks it forward for McVeigh. McVeigh goes early for Allmark. Big chance this one for Damien Allmark. Can he tuck it away? Maybe just took himself to a more narrow angle than he had to be, but a chance and a highlight, and that's more than we've said for most of this game. Alright, I'm going to almost go as a limb here and say this isn't quite working for us right now. What can we do? Let's try raising the tempo. Let's take it off, hit early crosses. Let's try and put a bit more pressure on them, shall we? We'll get stuck in as well and see if we can do anything here. I am going to say it's not a game for Stewart. A poacher in this game is about as useful as tits on a ball, as they say. McVeigh's not having a good game. I really want to keep Murphy fresh for the Champions League. What do we do? We'll leave it for now. I wonder if McVeigh would be more effective from a deeper role. No, I don't want to change the positions. I just want to... There we go. And we'll get him forward, perhaps. Yeah, I just wonder if maybe there's not the space in there for him right now. Let's give it a get creative. I mean, if we lose this, we don't deserve to lose it because they have not had a shot on goal as of yet. But we've only had the one highlight. Now, does this go straight to penalties, or are we going to be playing some extra time? It goes straight to penalties. For the most part, well, I don't know if we have our best penalty takers on the field. As ever, we'll let them decide. McVeigh's going to take the first one. We have seen him take a couple of penalties of late, and he sticks that one away as well. Excellent stuff from McVeigh. All right, what's Jaycock got for us? He's not the best penalty saver, is he? Against Osho. Come on, Jaycock. No, it goes... Oh, he's missed it. He's pushed it wide. Jaycock freaked him out. And that is 1-0 with Jay Jenkins. Again, we've seen him take a few penalties. He's usually okay. Jenkins sticks it away. Perfect stuff. 2-0 up. Now, if we can make a save here, we've got that nice little gap, don't we? It's going to be Wallace against Jaycock. Come on, mate. Come on. Oh, he stands there and just pounds it away. Read him like a book. Jaycock's in their head, and it's Owen Casey now. And if he sticks this away, takes us to 3-0, then they're in sudden death, aren't they? Owen Casey. Oh, he's just about got it in. Oh, that was... It's hit the net and come back out, has it, maybe? All right, so maybe he's absolutely just belted it in. They have to score now, don't they? It's 3-0. Can Jaycock keep the unlikely thing of a clean sheet in a penalty shootout? Come on, Zach. Come on, mate. What's he got for us? Hasty to take it. You might as well give up, mate. You're done. Come on. Jaycock. Oh, he went the right way as well. Couldn't quite save it. But if we score, we win. Who's going to be the hero? Who's it going to be? It is... Who's stepping up? It's Damien Allmark. Well, we have seen him take a penalty very, very recently. He stuck that away. Can he now score the penalty that sends us into the semi-finals? I think it's the semi-finals next, isn't it? Damien Allmark, he does stick it away, and there it is, boys. We win belatedly on penalties after a bit of a snooze fest during the regular game, to be honest, but KDH is man of the match. Well done to him. We got away with one there, boys. So there we go. We got there in the end. We win it's the fourth round. Okay, so we're up against Hearts Reserves in the next round. That is the quarterfinal. Okay, so we're into the quarterfinal now. Got ahead of myself there. But there we go. That's one down, one to go. Hopefully there'll be some goals against Lazio, or else this has not been a great episode. I'm Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist here at the Stadio Olimpico in Rome, where we're just moments away from kickoff in the Champions League group stage tie between SS Lazio and Bala Town. Now, I've got no idea what these fans are saying, and I'm fairly certain I saw a swastika on the way into the ground, so I really hope I don't get demonetised. Chaz Hogan, Rome. Okay, welcome back. Here we are in Rome, ready for the Champions League against Lazio. Now, we can see here they are the favourites, as you would expect. Their recent form, not the best, and obviously different class of opposition, but we're in decent form ourselves. Their manager ahead of this one is Savrio Bassoli, a 33-year-old, so he's high achieving. He's obviously done relatively well to get them to where they are into the Champions League. They're an adventurous standard playing style. Have a look at the league table here. They're sitting second in Serie A right now. So they're obviously a decent team to be as high up as that. A quick look here at what we're expecting from them. We are expecting them to come out in this sort of a formation with sort of a two-man block in front of the back four. It's hard enough for us to score anyway, guys. We really don't. 6 men defending their goal. But anyway, positional heat map we can see here. They lost last time out to Brescia. Let's face it, Brescia would probably beat us anyway, so it doesn't mean too much. But you can see they're compact in the centre of the park. Passing network is there, as are their key passers. And this is the team that we are sending out. We're going back to the European formation that we used against Ajax. We looked relatively solid defensively, so we'll hopefully defend just as well. So it's Rima Miles that comes back into goal for this one. Burke, Swifty, Gosney and Sears as the back four. Topley are going to continue with him in this deep line playmaker role. He did well, I thought, against Ajax. Maybe not in the playmaking part of it, certainly in the deep lying. And again, he has that threat from a set piece for both in the air and taking them as well. So we're going to stick with him. Lowry comes in to basically replace Sam York, who's injured. Lowry's a good midfielder, so he should get a job done for us there with Murphy next to him. It's Duffy Thomas and Maurice down the wings. It's Ruben Ferguson up top. Let's go. Okay, so everybody is lining up as expected. Always a good thing. What do we say to this? Encourage the team. Boys, we've got nothing to lose. Let's show them what we're capable of. I do like that as a general, not that we're the underdogs, but just that, we're better than these guys. Let's show them what we can do. And here we go. Here we go. I would happily take a point against Ajax. I know it was a good point against Ajax, but we weren't much chance of getting out of the group in any case. Here we go. Topley over free kick. It's there for Gosney. Connor Gosney's there. What a chance for Connor Gosney. We've seen him bury those sorts of headers so many times. And on this occasion, he's pushed it past the post. We've got a corner to defend now, and it is straight into the hands of Rima Miles. Yeah, I mean, against Ajax, I knew we're not much chance of getting out of the group anyway. If it was at all possible, we really did need to win that. But this game, away from home, I'll be more than happy to take a point. We won't be losing this shape unless here's a good ball for Ferguson. I'll tell you what, we don't need to leave this shape to get a goal because we're looking okay as it is. Here we go with Duffy Thomas. Can he get a ball? Got men in the box. Can he find a cross? He can't. Penalty referee. No. And have we got too many men forward now? That's the question here, isn't it? Gianmario has it. He goes back and the highlight sort of settles down a little bit, but Correa is bringing it forward. Can we get a tackle in here? We've got too many men forward. We've all got excited with a chance to score a goal, and suddenly we're defending for our lives here. Come on, boys. Get a block in. It's wide. It's high, wide, and handsome. And we all love to see that when it's a Lazio shot. We've got a nervous-looking Topley there in midfield. Just relax, Tops, mate. It's fine. Duffy Thomas just looking nervous as well. Again, so far, so good. We're halfway through the first half. We've had more of the ball, and we've got an attacking throw here as well. Sears in there for Murphy. Back to Sears. Back to Murphy. He's got a little bit of space inside the area. He can walk it in. Ryan Murphy. Oh, Ryan Murphy, mate. You've got to be hitting the target. Oh. A stunning chance. We've had one from Murphy, one from Gosney. We could easily be 2-0 up. And we're just not hitting the target with our shots right now. But that's okay. It's been a really good first half. Away from home in the Champions League. 2 really good opportunities. The other game is 1-0 to Real Madrid. So I think that's what we want. We are going to want Real Madrid to go through undefeated now. I'm going to say calm. I'm going to say unlucky. I think we've been the better team there. We will tell the players here that aren't doing as well as we would like, that we would like to see a little bit more from them. We've got a nervous looking... I'm still going to say I'm not happy, Duffy. I'm sorry. We'll tell Connor Gosney before I forget. He's the best player. He's on a booking, so we don't want him getting himself sent off. That kind of goes without saying, doesn't it? Topley, he's looking nervous. Just a calm. We have faith in you, mate. We've got Sears. It's one of these where I think... stress Sears out. I knew I was pressing my luck telling players they were rubbish. It's one of those where we've actually done okay as a team, but individually, perhaps, we haven't quite lived up to what I would be hoping. But, as I said, I'll take a draw. I think we have been unlucky. We created one good chance. We had another one from a free kick. Let's try show some passion. We're looking apprehensive with Duffy Thomas. Ferguson's looking nervous up there. Let's take Duffy Thomas off. An apprehensive winger you want confident wingers, don't you? He's not much use to us. Ferguson is looking nervous up there. I will hold off on making a change for him just now. Owen Casey's there, but Ferguson is the better player. So we just have to kind of trust. I think Maurice is not having a good game. I wonder if we look to exploit the flanks here, perhaps. See if we can get those wide players involved. We're getting a few bookings now. We're getting towards... I tell you, it's not been a classic episode. Oh, no, don't do it to me. Come on, boys. Counter-attack. Counter-attack. Get that away. It is away. Oh, if they score from their first highlight, I will be slightly annoyed. Come on. This would be a massive point. Ball over the top. It's dangerous. They pull it back. Rima Miles is there. Oh, and the rebound. It's not being given. The assistant has flagged for offside. Let's tell them to concentrate. With Ajax losing, this would be a massive, massive point. Can we hang on to it? We've gone to Rome. And we've picked up a point. A huge, huge point. A terrible episode with 0 goals scored. But we've got through in the IRN-BRU Cup. And not only that, we've gone and got a point in Rome. And when you think between that, Ryan Murphy chance and the Connor Gosney header, you'd expect one of those to be put away. We could so easily have won that game. And yes, if we'd won, it may have woken up Lazio and it would have been a completely different game. But that is an absolutely stunning result. For Murphy, Lowry and Ferguson again looked at for Scotland. Rima Miles, Swifty and Burke are being looked at for Ireland. And that is just absolutely massive. More money in the bank. And if we have a look at the league table... We're right in this group. We're only a goal worse off in terms of goal difference than Lazio and Lazio and Ajax. And I'm going to say we're doing okay. If we can get a point off Lazio at their place, there's no reason why we couldn't maybe look to sneak a win at our place and just see where it takes us. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I apologise for the lack of goals, but essentially job done. We got through in the IRN-BRU Cup, and we got a massive point away in Rome. We need to start scoring goals. We're still not scoring anything in Europe, and that is a big problem. But we'll be back next time for the new Saints at home in the Premier League, and then we will host Lazio. Maybe we can get a goal there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Aussie Villain. Take care.